At a quick look, this structure invokes a scene of a large-scale armed operation in a war-torn community. But no, this is a classroom block for pupils of the Kulgona MA primary school in the Eastman Proxy municipality of the Northeast region. Kulgona is a few kilometers away from the regional capital Nalirgu, with a farm population dominated by tribal concumbers. This facility was being put up originally to provide accommodation for the school teachers, but in 2007, the school authorities then, in consultation with the community stakeholders, were forced to convert it into classrooms for the pupils in lower primary after the project was abandoned. Bugri Ado is the head teacher of the school.
Ever since it was built till date, they've not completed it. So we're using that one as our local lower classes, KG1, KG2, P1, P2 up to P3. But at a point we saw that the building was falling. So for the safety of the kids, we had to move those classes to the under the trees over there. So from that time up to now, those classes are being held under trees. And during the Ramadan season, because of the wind, we could not hold those classes under the trees again, because within some small time the wind will blow the blackboards out. So we now combine two classes in one, and some are even three classes in one classroom. So for now, that is how we are managing the situation.
Hassan Matthew and Yusuf Zurkaneni are now senior high school students thanks to the free senior high school program. They both completed their primary education here in this dilapidated structure. They recount the challenges they faced to complete their basic education.
2014 that I attended school here. We have chairs here to use to write. We use our legs to write before.
If we can, we just play and go back. We don't have master. Because of the sitting on the floor, the masters don't want to teach us. The building is not good.
Following the dangerous level to which the building has deteriorated, pupils in KG1 to Class 3 have been moved back to under trees. But for 2 years now, according to the head teacher, the situation has changed for the worse.
Our enrollment, frankly, it has reduced. We used to get students from CB, the complementary basic, from the nearby communities. So before the COVID, from CB alone, I had about 224 CB graduates who were graduated and moved to my school. But with the onset of the COVID and then the deplorable nature of our situation, most of them, as of now, have dropped again. So it hasn't been easy at all, but we are just to manage it that way.
Albert Achire is one of the few educated members of the community who are playing a leading role to avert the total collapse of English education in the area. He spoke to Joy News on the effects of the poor teaching and learning facilities in the school.
So if I want to talk basically on this structure, it's very dangerous to have teaching and learning taking place here. But as far as the general goal of teaching and learning is concerned, any teacher teaching here will not achieve the intended results. With the dangerous nature of the block, some parents feel that, why should I send my child to go and die? Basically, that's what it means. So some prefer taking their children to Nalirgu. That is also cost component that some of them are not able to bear it. Besides that, because of the large number of people, teachers not being able to teach effectively, sometimes parents even think the teachers are not doing their work. So sometimes they don't even want to bring their works to school. So it's kind of affecting enrollment. You can imagine 17 communities, all 7-3 classrooms.
The community also had a functional public junior high school until it collapsed following the Konkomba-Dagoma War more than 30 years ago. Since then, the locals have been struggling to revive junior high school education in the community to combat the increasing illiteracy rate and its associated problems. As part of the measures, the community members have been putting up temporary structures, hoping the state would absorb them to re-establish junior high school education in the community. These efforts, however, for many years haven't yielded the intended results, as these structures are often found not fit for purpose, delaying the community's dream to once again have a junior high school in the community.
They are peasant farmers, so the absence of education for educational facilities in the communities doesn't encourage parents to send their work to school. So you realize that farming season, the group now one, they will take them out from school. The reason is that the children go, they come back, nothing, there's no classroom for them to sit. It's really a challenge.
In fulfillment of this dream, the Member of Parliament for the area, Alhaji Baba Isifu Seidu, over the weekend at a brief ceremony attended by the chiefs and people of the community, cut short for the construction of a junior high school building. The MP, in his address to the people, said the project was in fulfillment of his campaign promises to bridge the inequalities in every facet of development in the constituency.
This project is fully funded by the MP share of the GET Fund and other sources. I indicated during my campaign to be elected as your humble servant, and I promise to bridge the inequalities in every facet of development in my constituency. And this is why the urgent need for the construction of the 3-unit classroom block with a computer lab attached for effective and efficient teaching and learning. The students today are the future leaders of tomorrow, and it is my fervent interest to nurture and build them to materialize their dream for the future. This is the beginning of many to follow. I therefore entreat active and community participation by all meaning community members in supporting this important initiative. This will enable the contractor to be able to meet the scheduled time of completion.
From Kulgona, Ilyasu Tanko, reporting for Joy News.